Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early August 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aries Rams out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Shuffle it up here one time, see what we got for you. My guides, talk to me. What's up with Aries, please? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock. First card out here for Aries, please, and thank you for early August. What do we got, my gods? All right, cool. All right, so this is all about forward momentum, and it makes sense with the type of energies we were picking up last week, which I'll talk about more in depth as we move along. But you see the power of this card, this strong feminine figure, like full steam ahead, let's go, let's make it happen. Before we fully dive into that, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So, interesting background we got going on there. Powerful, vibrant colors. We see this strong, divine feminine figure pointing off in a particular direction, like, no, this is where I'm going to go. So for some of you, maybe it's a big future focus. A lot of you could be looking down the pipeline, what's coming, where you want to go, what motivates you, or there could be that fire building up within you. As an Aries myself, I know that we have that reputation. When we see something, when we want to do it, when we like it, we're going to go, we're going to make it happen. So that Aries fire could really be building up. Hopefully we're all putting it to good uses here. But this is a powerful type of energy. To me, it feels like someone revving up the engines, like getting ready to make a move or make something happen, which ties in almost exactly to the energy I was seeing last week, which we'll talk about a little more. But there's just this very strong, powerful fire-based energy. So hopefully you encapsulate that in a positive way. Maybe some of you are just looking down the future pipeline here. But let's get into tarot. I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get that intuitive juiciness flowing here. So let's shuffle it up one time for the Aries Collective in early August. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Serious Change, and the reason it was titled that way is because I felt like for a lot of people in the Aries Collective or cross watchers, you might feel like something has to give or something has to change, whether it's in your work circumstances, interpersonal relationships. Needing to make some sort of serious change to get an optimal result was a big thing in last week's reading, and that could still bleed over into this week and next week. A lot of Aries, it could be a big time of metamorphosis for you. So let's just keep it moving here. We're going to get you 3 cards out and see what comes up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So when we take this out, it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. So let's get these 3 cards out. And yeah, I was feeling that motivated energy last week. Okay, we have the Lovers here. Position number 1, interpersonal relationships, partnerships, soul connections, right here up in the front. Interesting stuff. Doesn't always have to connotate romance. Don't worry about that. Generally, I see that as a healing type of energy, aside from the romance. Okay, we do have the 3 of Swords here. Someone you're connected to might be going through a little something. When we have these energies stacking up, we'll just have to see what's up. Because you know what that 3 of Swords is about. Let's get you one more. Could be on a scale, though. That could be something that's like a minor nuisance. It could be old, could be new. Okay, yeah, so I am getting a lot of healing in this week's reading already. We got the 4 of Cups right here on the back end. You really want to make sure you really jump on opportunities if they come your way. I'm already feeling that, but let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff going. So initially, I'm already seeing it here in the front end. The energy of others might be affecting a lot of Aries, but at first look, first glance, we have a lot of air happening here with the Lovers, the 3 of Swords. That's all about the mind. That's all about communication. So there is a lot of air energy leading us off. And we have Cups on the back end. These are my suits of the inner world. So for a lot of Aries, there could be a lot going on inside you. Okay, ups and downs. We'll just have to see. Let's go through each one by one, and then we'll get deeper. In position number 1, we have the Lovers. For a portion of you, maybe you're connected to Gemini, because this card does represent Gemini with Adam and Eve. It has Archangel Raphael here, which is Archangel of Healing. So when I see this card, I do think it could be a big time of healing. Okay, you could have a lot of opportunities in that realm. But when I see the Lovers, I think of partnerships and connections, those that we share an emotional cord with. Okay, that emotional connection, whether it be romantic soul connections or even just very close family, friends. The Lovers are the people that we are very closely tied to. Aside from that, I see this as a very good, easygoing, easy flowing type of energy of blessings sometimes as well. So we want to see what's up with the Lovers as we press further through the reading. But for a portion of you, if you're connected to Gemini or if you have Gemini placements yourself, the clarifier could give us a little more detail. Even if not, like someone you're close to, we could be looking into their energy, their headspace here. Moving to the center, and that's why I'm saying this, like I feel like for a lot of you, we're looking at someone else, not quite just you, and the Lovers could be a clue. We have the Three of Swords taking up the center, one of the most iconic tarot cards in the whole entire deck. Okay, the Three Swords cutting through the heart. This is a card that could represent pain. Now, I always say this card is on a scale. It could be something very minor, like annoyances or some gloomy type of feelings, like being down in the dumps a little bit. Same could be said with that Four of Cups as well, like not quite having those energy levels, which is the opposite of what we saw in the Oracle card here. But on the extreme end, the Three of Swords, hurt, pain, anger. It could be something very extreme, like brokenhearted or feeling betrayed, stuff like that. So the clarifier is going to be very important here. And the fact that it's right next to the Lovers, like, yeah, someone you're connected to could be going through a bit of a tough time internally. There's a lot of internal emotional energy popping off here already. So let's just place that there. Now, as we move to the back end, more of this internal energy. We try to straighten these cards out to the best of my ability. We got the Four of Cups. This is somebody with a lot on their mind. Okay, when I see the Four of Cups, maybe there's someone who has you on the mind. Maybe you have someone particular on the mind. You see this person, it looks like they're taking a snooze underneath the tree. When this card shows up, you really want to make sure if any opportunities come your way, you make the most of them, you jump on them. You don't miss opportunities with this card. Aside from that, you could just be daydreaming or a lot on the mind, a lot on the brain. As I said, with all this stuff, including the Four of Cups, there's a lot of internal energy circulating here. So maybe we're going to see where someone's mind is at when we clarify this card. There's a lot of ways this reading could go. But I do feel overall, when I take in all the energy, this could be a very big time for healing for a lot of people. Okay, whether it's yourself, whether it's someone you're connected to, realizations, revelations, seeing things for what they are and working through the energies. But I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. And as I said, this could be the energy of someone you're connected to. I'm feeling that for a lot of Aries here. It's not just you, but let's shuffle it up here. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. What's going on, the Lovers? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Lovers time. What's the deal here? Thank you. Okay, 10 of Pentacles in reverse here. Yeah, this is absolutely someone you're connected to is either feeling a sense of loss or that they're on shaky ground for some reason. Okay, this is someone, and I'm getting that nervous, anxious type of feeling. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse generally does represent some sort of loss. Okay, whether it's monetarily, whether it's familial. This is generally a card of financial abundance, financial gain. It could represent the home. It could represent the family. So when we see it in reverse, this is a very solid card. Flipped upside down, it's kind of tower-like energy where there's a shakeup, there's a shock type of energy. So there is someone you're connected to. If not yourself, maybe it's you. Maybe it's a personal relationship where there was a big shift or a big paradigm change here. But there is somebody that needs some sort of healing from this shock. Okay, this is someone who feels like they're on shaky ground. And only take this if it hits. This to me also feels like someone who's questioning their reality in some sort of way. All right, what is real? Just take that for what it's worth, but I'm picking that up right here. What was it real? Is it real? What is real in this world? Only for some of you, but I am getting this tower-like energy, and it could be the first step of healing here, But there is absolutely someone going through it where they feel like things are topsy-turvy, the ground is shaky, and it could be imbuing them with a sense of stress, nervousness, anxiety. So let's see how it plays out as we keep going. Okay. I would say for a lot of you, just watch your money in this time for sure. Watch your finances, watch your spending as well, work, things like that, especially when we get Pentacles in reverse, particularly. But let's keep moving over to that Three of Swords. Let's get more detail here. Why is this Three of Swords here? Thank you. All right. I mean, once again, we are getting this little bit of healing here. We have the Nine of Cups in the upright, the complete total opposite energy of this Three of Swords. And I believe this harkens back to the energy we had last week of a change, a sudden shift of energy, coming from the pain into the complete happiness as its wish fulfillment. No one would ever wish for Three of Swords type of energy. I'll just say that straight up. But the Nine of Pentacles, for a portion of you, I'll say this. Maybe you felt like you were too nice to someone. Maybe you felt like you were too accommodating, or you put them over yourself in some sort of way. Same goes if you're a cross watcher. Maybe you felt like you always put this person first, put them first, put them first. Okay, and it's affecting in some sort of way. There is still this underlying bit of anger here, but I feel for a lot of you, aside from these yucky feelings that we're getting here initially, this Nine of Cups is a card of that change, content, happy, everything you want, everything you need. So I feel like for a lot of you, if you've been going through a very difficult time in recent months, recent weeks, recent years, there could be like big shifts happening and good energy coming towards the Aries collective here. Or if you're connected to one, it's showing up right here in the center where we have this big paradigm shift, this big paradigm change. Okay, but I am still getting that, like someone absolutely, I don't want to say feeling taken advantage of in any type of way, but it is that vibe of someone like I was too nice to this person. I was too kind for whatever reason. Let's keep going over to that Four of Cups. It is what it is. Maybe that's how someone's feeling towards you. Who knows, right? But let's see what that Four of Cups has to say. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Lots of internal energy here, Aries. Lots of back and forth, up and down as well. So why is this Four of Cups here? Why is this Four of Cups here? Thank you. Making it, oh yeah. What is this person creating? What is this person trying to will into existence? What is this person trying to make happen? We have the Three of Wands, the card of manifesting, creating, waiting on something. So for a portion of you, yeah, maybe this is all past energy. With the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands, I get somebody really trying to get their mind right, trying to get their head on their shoulders straight, like think themselves out of something, work on their mind state. A lot of you could be meditative, a lot of spiritual energy here as well. But when I get the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands, this is somebody actively trying to manifest something, actively trying to create something, create a shift, create a change. For a lot of you, if that's not something you're currently doing, Spirit might be asking you to focus on what you want. And let's take it back all the way to the very first card of the entire reading, which I always say is a footnote. It all ties together because this card is about the future, what you want, where you want to go. And it just shows up here on the back end. A lot of you need to, if you don't. And as an Aries myself, I know we could be spontaneous. We'd like to go with the flow, spur of the moment for a lot of things. But you need to really define where you want to go, what you want to do, and really create it. Meet the universe halfway with action. There's huge manifesting, massive manifesting going on here. So if you're not doing that, if you're not actively trying to create your future, you might be missing out. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Aries. There's a lot going on. It's a mixed bag type of vibe. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we do have the Lovers with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of healing going on this front end of the spread. For a portion of you, this did have like tower-like energy and tendencies to me, where there could be somebody that feels like they're on shaky ground, questioning reality, like what was real, what is real type of stuff. But I feel like somebody is definitely inducing some anxiety or stress here in the front end because what they thought was solid really wasn't for whatever reason. It's kind of like rug pull type of energy. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Swords with the Nine of Cups in the upright. Now we're seeing this change for the better once again. However, I'm still getting these feelings, right? These uptight feelings that are being worked through, that are being healed through. This could be someone that is a little bit angry because they felt like they were always putting somebody else first, or that they were too kind, that they didn't really care about their own self-interest, and they paid the price for it in some sort of way. But for another portion of you, this is a big change for the better here, especially as we move to the back end. We got the Four of Cups with the Three of Wands in the upright. Someone is creating something big here, or if you're not, you should be. Focus, channel those energies, and put action forth into the universe. This is huge magnetic manifestation type of energy on the back end, and it feels good to me. It feels like it could pay off in spades here. So for a lot of Aries, you need to really focus where you want to go, what you want to do. Don't just be super spontaneous about it. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you a shadow card now. For some of you, it could be someone trying to manifest you, for all I know. That's a possibility. But let's get you a shadow card here, Aries. Let's see what's in the shadows. Interesting reading, lots of energies. So like I was saying, it could be someone else's feelings. It could be a mixed bag. You know how it goes. But let's get you one shadow card. Whether it's a shadow within yourself, something you don't quite know. I always think this is a nice introspective type of energy. And it makes complete and total sense here, my friends. We have the Nine of Cups in the shadows. We have the Nine of Cups. That was a major part of this reading. So let's talk about the shadow side of the Nine of Cups. Once again, I do have to bring back to that message where someone may have felt like they were too nice, too accommodating, put too many people ahead of their own self-interest. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Being kind to others, like that's a beautiful thing to do in life, okay? But you shouldn't do it at the expense of your own well-being and your own happiness when we have the Nine of Cups here. This is also a card of be careful what you wish for. So when we see this in the shadows, Spirit once again is asking you to really define what you want, where you want to go. Be very specific about it. Because sometimes what you wish for, when you get it, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Also, this could be a warning about overindulgences as well. That's a shadow side of the Nine of Cups. So whether it's drinking, eating, whatever it might be, just try not to overindulge for comfort in this time. So Aries, that's what I got for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month. So if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witch's Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month in August, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.